Alright guys, I have some very sad news for you. Recently, I was hacked online. And you know what was hacked? My Netflix account. So before we actually start, I want to give some background information.
Flashback.
It all started when I was 13 years old, a young, wee lad as a middle schooler. Back at the time, I only had watched like videos on YouTube. We didn't really have that much in terms of, because at the time, obviously, these internet services weren't as popular or important to most people. And I think at that time, Netflix was also like renting DVDs. But nonetheless, I, along with my siblings, made a very convincing argument about why we should get a Netflix account. And my parents buckled, and we got a Netflix account. And I, being the naive 13-year-old that I was, and the family trusted me with making this password, made the Netflix account, put in the first password I could possibly think of as a 13-year-old, and we were fine for several years, might I add.
End of flashback.
And then, now let's move to the present. So, I'm on a call on Discord with a few of my friends, and we're talking. And the X-Files comes up. And I'm thinking, what's a show that's similar, but a lot more old? And the show that I'm describing is The Twilight Zone, which is a terrible comparison between The Twilight Zone and The X-Files. But I was like, you know what? I kind of want to catch up on some Twilight Zone. I haven't seen that in a while. I go to my Netflix account. I go to the Netflix app. I open it. Says that I'm signed out. So, I try to put in my password. And still nothing. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is the password. It's been the same password for several years. Why is this not working? Alright. I go check my emails. And I see, hello, David. We've made some changes to your account. I'm like, hold up. My name is not David. So I go, reset my password, and realize, wow, I've actually been hacked. This guy completely wiped all of my profiles. But you know what he didn't do? He didn't change the email address or the phone number. So I still have complete access and master control of this account. David, if you're out there, I know where you live, thanks to your IP address. But you could have easily just leached on by my account using one of the guest profiles. But the minute you signed me out and the minute you wiped my admin account, that's where I draw the line. I was fine with you leeching off my account. But David. So I did what most people would do. I tried to find a way to get revenge. And then I realized, upon my friends telling me, that DOSing is very illegal. So I scrapped that idea. And now I'm settling for making a YouTube video instead. So, moral of the story, change your passwords. Especially if you made it when you were 13 years old. By the way, speaking of passwords, this video was brought to you by